Okay, I'm going to do a video for a few different things right now. I'm in the process of moving. I don't have a lot of time to do videos for everything. And I know a lot of people don't even do videos. So hopefully this will be okay. And I will tell you listed in the ad, the actual ad of eBay, because these are where most of these will go. If you see this on YouTube and you need these parts or one of these parts, then just give me a call directly and I will help you out with that. And I got a puppy over here who's in a little bit of pain right now, but it's too cute. So anyway, YJ gas tank skid. Everything you see here will be exactly what you get or better, okay? I don't list things that are worse off, and if I do, that's a very big if, because a lot of times I'll just scrap it because I don't like selling junk. But if I do, you will get a different video and different photos, okay? So of this right here, it'll be at least this condition or better. A lot of these are in better shape. This one's in good shape though. They're solid. It's got a little bit of discoloration there. This is a YJ. It's for the larger tank that goes there. I'll show you that in a second. Inside they had the little mat, which is also for sale. There's a little video for that guy. Again, my number is 720-987-8772 in case you don't want to watch everything. Got some scaling inside, but still very, this is strong. There's no rust on it. Well, you're going to say, yes, rust. There's rust there, obviously, and I don't want to get millions of emails. There's rust. Yes, it's surface rust, okay? There's some scaling, but structurally it's perfect. It's strong. You could take a power washer to that, get it off, wire brush it, throw some paint on it, which I would recommend doing just to prevent it from future rust. Okay, next thing is a fully assembled fuel tank. I do part these out, so if you only need certain parts, give me a call. As of this came out of a 94 Wrangler. It did run, it did drive. That fuel pump, as of it being pulled out, works fine. Sometimes they get damaged during shipping. I'll make sure that the tank is drained. I'm just selling you the tank, the hoses, and the little fuel filler thing-a-bob, or whatever they call them. Okay, so I'm basically giving you the fuel pump, and I do that for a very specific reason, because if it gets damaged, it is what it is, kind of thing. And if it doesn't get damaged, which I've shipped so many of these things and it's never happened, but nonetheless, I don't want to be sending units back and forth to people. So just put in your mind, it is or it isn't. You can hook these things up before and test them. They're fairly easy to test. But again, after shipping enough of them, they seem to be fine. So here's a YJ skid. I've had some requests to take some pictures of these. I have this one and I have this one, okay? You're going to get one of the two. So look at the ad, and the pictures will correspond with the title, meaning the dirtier one, still good shape, just needs to be painted. This one has just been nicely covered in grease and oil, so it preserved the color. The holes are still all good in them. You can see through here. They've wallowed out a little bit, but they still held tight to the bottom. This is your cross member. They're called cross member skid plates, transmission mounts. There's probably another slew of names for them. It's basically the transmission support. That side is as good as the other side, and if you look at this, that side's actually better shaped than the other side. So those cover those. And then lastly, I'm just going to do this one. I need to pull it, obviously. I do have a couple pulled. We do have, the little angle thing here is broken. We do have fuel tanks that are completely disassembled, and you can buy just that, or you can buy the filler necks, or you can buy this piece, and I have ones that are in better shape as far as color-wise, but structurally this is fine. Fuel pump, again, is included. It's not added to the price. Should be fine during shipping. The one thing I tell people, it's like headlights, for example. Jeeps bang around all the time, so shipping shouldn't break these things. It doesn't mean it can't break them, but it shouldn't. So I'm not charging you for them. I say that and I say that, and I've never got any complaints, and that's why I repeat myself so often, because I don't want complaints. I want happy people. I have a lot of existing repeat customers. I want to keep it that way. I sell frames. Why do I sell frames, and what do I charge for frames? I charge $1,200 for clean, rust-free frames. This is not a clean, rust-free frame. This is a a straight frame, but it's not a rust-free frame. This frame here has a couple issues with it. It has holes in it there. And then going down the side, you can see there's big old chunk that's about to fall off there. That's a TJ skid. We have ones that are in better shape, although that one's not terrible. The frame itself is just what's kind of bad on this thing. Actually, the front half of this frame is decent. Depending on what you're working with, it might be better than what you have. And we probably will cut some of these off and sell them as that. But nonetheless, the reason I'm showing you this frame real quick is because people always wonder why you replace frames. Well, this is not an easy area to... I can put my foot through that. I mean, literally. And if you're asking why I'm damaging it further, well, it's because I'm not going to sell that frame. And people who sell frames like this on eBay and other places, I think, are robbing people. Okay? Again, it's up to you. I know people, you know, one man's junk is another man's treasure, but just be aware that if that's the case, that you obviously know about it. If I were to sell you this frame, I'm not getting on my soapbox, but if I were to sell you this frame and not tell you about that and tell you this was a rust-free frame or that it's okay or it's repairable, I would be lying to you. And a lot of people out there do that. So this Jeep, I've towed this Jeep back from Pennsylvania, okay? So that's why it's rusty. Colorado Jeeps, we don't get the rust out here. This is like the mecca of Jeeps for rust-free. Everybody's sure California and all that stuff. I've seen rustier Jeeps come out of California than I've ever seen in Colorado, and mainly because they have the beach there and people use them for beach vehicles. We don't have the beach here, unfortunately. I love the beach, but we don't have it. We don't have anything rusty here. We don't use rust on our roads or anything like that. There, right there. See that? Done. Toast. That's a skid plate for your fuel tank. Just what I showed you over there for the YJ. I do have really clean ones back in the corner back there for TJs. So that's why they rust out. They're junk. Straps. You can buy new straps, not for very much, but I do resell those. This has got a really nice bumper on it. It's like a Warren style 2-inch bumper. That's in good shape still. No rust on that guy. There's still a lot of good parts on this. This motor still ran good. And everything like that. So I have every single part to put a YJ, TJ, and JK now back together from the ground up. And I also have parts to do that with Liberties, Grand Cherokees, old Jeeps, new Jeeps, you name it. We have it now. We just took over Jeeps Unlimited in Erie, Colorado, which has been always since 1984, my birth year, the largest Jeep parts yard in the country. The largest clean Jeep parts yard in the country, mind you. Okay, so I don't hopefully I haven't bored you at all. I just think that these videos are really helpful. We get a ton of calls out of them, and you know, everybody asks me, a lot of other Jeep yards ask me, like, how do you do them, how do you, and all this stuff, and you know, how do you get so many calls and all this stuff? Well, and I help out my competitors all the time, because at the end of the day, I still think we have a better product, but it's going to be very difficult to catch up with me at this point, because if you look at my history, I have like thousands of videos I've been putting up for like since 2003. I love videos. I think they're very helpful. Does everybody look at them and watch them? No, not always, but the guys that do really enjoy them. I do them for my listings as well, and whatnot. So I'm gonna wrap this video up and go inside for the night. It's getting a little chilly here. Just gonna walk you through here. This yard is very small compared to what I just got. I was still always lock that door. I was always proud of this yard. It's hard to even let this yard go, but I am moving this yard slowly and steadily up to Erie. With all these parts will be up there. What doesn't sell down here first, and then we will have 3 acres of Jeep. What we do right now, actually, that's where I've been working. So I got tubs, clean tubs, half tubs, quarter tubs, you name it. Frames. Frames are probably the quickest selling thing besides my hard tops. And then if you look in here, I got every little nut and bolt you can possibly imagine to put your Jeep back together, and I'll slowly and surely have everything listed. Give you an idea, every Jeep consists of, especially the newer ones, about 3,000 parts. So lots and lots of parts. Okay, name is Jeremy. 720-987-8772. It's Highline 4x4, now Jeeps Unlimited. If you tried to reach me in September, October, and a little bit of November of 2014, I apologize if you haven't been able to. I'm an extremely hard person to get a hold of right now, and not because I don't like you guys, but because this place is consuming all my time with this new merger thing. So, but that will be soon changing. For now, though, I would recommend you texting me, emailing me. It's Jeremy at highline4x4.com, and I think that'll be it. Thanks.